Let us continue by writing another program. This time we'll be trying to display a simple string IUST on our 16x2 LCD, but the condition is that we have to display it in the center of line 1. That means, since we have a 2-line LCD and in each line we can display 16 characters, since we have to display only 4 characters, that means I have to leave 6 characters on the right and 6 characters on the right and 6 characters on the left. Here I have to write IUST. So basically, counting from 0, I have to start at 6th position. 6, 7, 8, 9 positions. Before proceeding with the program, I have to mention a couple of points which I didn't mention previously or mentioned incorrectly. Number 1, before writing any program on the LCD, I forgot one command that we necessarily have to send to the LCD. That is initializing LCD as 16x2 and 5x7 matrix. This we do, if you will be remembering, using a command code as 0x38. We didn't do it in the previous program. The second thing which I didn't mention correctly was the exact function of sending a high to low pulse to enable pin LCD. It's actually used to latch information presented to the data pins of LCD. What does it mean? It actually means that when I write a command, for example, move P1-23H, so basically 23H will be moved to port 1, and since our port 1 is connected to data pins of LCD, so this 23H will be on data pins of LCD, but it won't be transferred to either to command register or to data register. It will transferred to registers, either to command register or to data register, when a high to low pulse is supplied to enable pin of LCD. So now let's proceed with the program. We have to display IUST in the center of line 1. that's from position 6 at position 6 7 8 9 in line 1, line 1 of LCD. So you may be remembering, first of all we have to initialize the LCD, that is we have to send a command as 38. Then also we have to clear LCD, that is done using 01. After that, maybe also we have to turn on the display and set the cursor as blinking, that we do using 0E. So these three commands are necessary before writing anything to LCD. We have to initialize it as 5x7 matrix LCD and 16x2 LCD. Then we have to clear the display, and then we have to turn on the display on, and cursor blinking. Then actually we have to move to position 6. Previously I have told you that if I have to move at the start of the, I have to force the cursor to the beginning of the first line, I can send a code 80 in hex. But if I have to go to the second position of the first line, I have to send the code 81, and so on. So this time I have to go to the 6th position, that means I have to send a code 86. So another command gets added to it, that's 86. What will 86 do? It will actually force the cursor to position 7, since we are counting from 0, to position 7 on LCD, line 1. Okay, so before writing IUST, I have to send 4 commands to LCD. Command 38 for initializing the LCD, 01 for clearing the LCD, 0E for display, for turning the display on, and then 86 to force the cursor to position 7 so that it may start writing from that position. Let me write the program. The first statement, hash include regx 51. Hash include regx 51.h. That's okay, you know why we are writing this. After that, yesterday you should remember one thing, we all should remember this, that we have connected our LCD like this. We have connected data pins to port 1, and also we have connected RS register select to port 20, RS and RW to port 21, and also enable to port 22. Yesterday I also told you that we can rewrite the names of these pins, P20, P21, P22. That's done using these commands, S bit RS equal to P20. Now P20 will be known by the name RS. Similarly, S bit RW equal to P21, and S bit enable equal to P22. Then I'm starting my main program, void main. First of all, I will make all these pins and port 1 as output port. That's done by sending zeros. port 1 equal to 0x00. Similarly rs equal to 0, rw equal to 0. To make it output, enable also equal to 0. Now since I have to send 4 different commands, I will make a simple function that will actually send a command to the LCD. That function, maybe I will call it as LCD-CMD. LCD-CMD. So what's the first value I have to send? First of all, I have to initialize the matrix, so that I have to send 38. So I will pass a value 38 to this function. I will define the function somewhere here, maybe somewhere here, LCD CMD. I am passing a value to this function. That means I have to receive this value here. Unsigned. I can simply write, I should LCD CMD function definition here. So I am passing a value to this function. I will receive that value here in char, and I will name it maybe value. So this value is actually I have to send to the LCD. So now how I send it to the LCD? I do like this: port 1 equal to value. I am sending to port 1, and port 1 is connected to the data pins. And then since this is a command, so rs should be equal to 0. I am doing a write operation, so rw should be equal to 0. And then I will send a high to low pulse. Enable equal to 1, then a brief delay, and enable equal to 0. Then maybe some more delay, so that LCD will take some time for this command to take effect. So I'm giving some delay, maybe 100. Then I will return. I also have to define this delay function, that I will do later. So first of all, I am calling this LCD command and sending it a value 38. What it does, it sends this value 38 to port 1. Port 1 is connected to the data pins. Then I select data command register. A write operation is selected, and then I send a high to low pulse, so that it will go into the command register and take its effect. I give a brief delay again, then I return to the main program. So in main program, now after sending 38, that is after initializing the LCD, I have to clear the LCD. That I do by sending another command, LCD CMD 0x01. Again the function will be called, but this time this value will be 01. 01 will be sent to P1, and rest of the steps will repeat. We will again return, and now we have also cleared the LCD. Now I want to turn on the display and keep the cursor blinking. So I will set another command, 0E, LCD CMD 0x0E. Same way again, LCD command function will be called. This time the value will be 0E, and that will be sent to the command register of LCD, and it will turn the display on and keep the cursor blinking. After that, I have to force the cursor to position 7 on LCD. That I will do by sending the command 0 into 86. Again the same thing will happen. Function will be LCD CMD function will be called, and it will send the value 86, which actually will force the cursor to the position 6 on LCD, position 7. So after that, I have to send the data. I have to send IUST. I have to display it on the LCD like this. I am at position 6 now, position 7 now. That is actually so I have to write an I here. So now I will make another function. I will call this function as LCD data, and it will send the first character I. So now I have to define this function, LCD data function. That I will do similarly. LCD data, whatever the value gets passed, I will store that in char value. Then I will send port 1 to port 1. I will send this value, but this time, since this is data, I have to select the data register. That I do use by sending a 1 to RS. The rest of the things will be same. RW equal to 0, enable equal to 1, a high to low pulse to enable, then a small delay, and then I will return. So after returning, I have to send U next. This thing you should remember: whenever I write something on the LCD, the cursor will auto increment. That cursor will automatically move to the next position. So I will simply write again LCD data, and I will send U now. Again, this function will be called LCD data function, and the value U, the ASCII value of U will be stored in value. That will be given to port 1. Then data register will be selected, and rest of the things I have already explained. After that, I will send two more characters, LCD data S, then LCD data T. Is that okay? So U will be here, S will be here, T will be here. So this is your program. The only thing missing now is the delay function. This is the whole program. Only thing missing is the delay function. We can also define the delay function like this: L delay. A value gets passed that we will store in maybe int I. Then in the delay, I can write two nested loops for I already written for. First of all, I will initialize two variables, int j k for j equal to 0, j less than I, j plus plus. Inside it, another loop for k equal to 0, k less than a fixed value 1000, k plus plus. This thing I have explained earlier also. So this is my program. What I am doing here, I have two functions. One is I have three functions actually. One function is for sending commands to the LCD. The second function is for sending data to the LCD. And the third function is for delay, which I have already explained. So how does the program work? First I am renaming these pins as RS, RW, enable. Then I am making these things as output ports. Then I call the command function 4 times. First time I send it 38, that is, I have to initialize the LCD as 5 cross 7 and 16 cross 2 LCD, and then I have to clear the display using 01 command, and then using 0e command I turn the display on and keep the cursor blinking, and then 86 command I force the LCD to a particular position. The LCD command is something like this. I take the value in a variable known as value, then I give this value to port 1. Since port 1 is connected to the data pins, the data will come on the data pins of LCD. Then I select the register. In this case I select the command register, then the write operation, and then I send a high to low pulse on enable pin of LCD. Then I give some delay, and then I return. After these 4 commands I send 4 characters IUST that are to be displayed on LCD, and that I do using the LCD data function. LCD data function is similar to the LCD command function. I take the value in a variable known as value, send it to port 1, and then I select the data register using RS equal to 1. Then the same thing, read write, I select the write operation, then a high to low pulse is sent to the enable, and then a delay, and then I return. And then this is the delay function which I have already discussed earlier. So this is your program, and this program actually displays a simple string IUST on a pre-selected position on a 16 cross 2 LCD. So that's it. In next class we'll be discussing interfacing of some other maybe sensors or some actuators. Thank you.